What is this?
Whenever you guys are ready?
Yeah, ready.
Hello, my name is David.
I'm Pierre.
I'm Sebastian, and we're three dudes from Simple Plan.
Duding it up.
So you guys in the Atlantic offices at the moment came over from Paris last night?
Yes.
Right? What have you guys been doing today? You doing good?
Just woke up, had a shower, had a bite to eat, and headed over
English
here.
breakfast.
Yeah.
English breakfast.
Yeah, that was very good.
Is that something you quite enjoy when you come over here then, getting some eggs and bacon in?
I think it's the only option here. There's not a lot of options. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's good.
Yeah.
It's not the best breakfast I've ever had, but it's good.
What would you change about it if you could?
I would have a little more exotic egg choices, but I'm sure there are. It's just we just went to a very typical place down the street.
You know, funny enough, we're from Quebec, and the typical breakfast there is going to be beans and eggs and potatoes and bacon, so it's kind of the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would you rate the English one a bit lower then? Is it?
No, I mean,
absolutely not.
I think in London there's great things. It's just that a lot of times when you arrive somewhere, your bus is parked in front of something, and your choices are pretty much what is the closest
there. Yeah, exactly.
So I went to a place that said English breakfast because I wanted some breakfast.
I like fruits myself. Those are kind of hard to find in English breakfast restaurants, I find it.
So, have you guys been over to the venue for tonight yet?
Absolutely. It's a dirty, small club, just the way I like them.
That's where we showered.
Punk rock.
So, for you, obviously, you guys first show back for quite a little while. What sort of set are you doing? Quite a lot of obviously the hits are going to be in there. You're doing quite a lot of neat stuff off the new album.
Yeah, well, we did a little survey on Twitter because we didn't know if we were going to be playing the entire new album and then a few of the old songs, or just kind of playing a regular Simple Plan show with putting in some new songs here and there. And it was overwhelmingly for the second choice of playing all the hits and old songs and kind of sprinkling in some new stuff here and there. So that's the viewer's choice.
So we're still playing almost half of the new record, but just somewhere like sparse in there.
So obviously you've got the new record out really soon, and obviously you're over here promoting it and stuff like that. Talk us about, was the process of recording different? Like, what can Simple Plan fans expect from it?
It was different. I think that we finally have found a producer that is as obsessed with every little detail and as much of a perfectionist as we are. So it took us a little bit longer, and we decided to go pretty much song by song instead of kind of just sort of moving along as one whole. We went to sort of every song one by one and finished it, and didn't stop until we were completely satisfied and then move on to the next. Which I think gave it more of a vibe that every song is its own little world, its own little vibe and feel. But at the same time, it also gives it all your focus. The song, for a few days you get to focus only on one vibe and one song, so it really got done great.
More creative process, I think.
Process.
It's
okay, it's a Canadian thing. I've just learned that Canadians, probably Brits as well, say process.
Yeah, I'd probably say process.
Yeah,
process.
and Americans say process.
So I prefer to say process.
That and record. I like that. Instead of a record.
The guests you got guests on the album on a few of the tracks and stuff. Like how did each of those come about? So obviously you got Natasha Bedingfield, obviously British, that kind of.
I like to call the album a party.
Yep.
And in order to have a party, you need to invite some people.
And some girls.
Preferably some ladies.
Yeah.
And we did a song called Jet Lag with Natasha Bedingfield, which is amazing. She's really great. Big fans of hers.
Great voice.
She has a great voice, and she's actually a really cool girl. She's very laid back, likes to hang out. French version of Jet Lag with Mary May. We did also, which is great, Summer Paradise with Kanan, a rapper from Somalia and now Canadian. Alex Gascart from All Time Low.
I just call him Alex from All Time Low. His last name.
I wish he was called Gascart. The Gascart?
Yeah.
And then Rivers Cuomo from Weezer. So we kind of...
And the fans as well.
Yeah,
so we got a lot of guests.
We indulge in all these outside collaborators just for fun. It's kind of our own little... I'm tired.
It's our own little, we had the luxury of time to work it out this time around, and obviously the people we work with, you send them the songs, and then when they're really into it, that's when you start working together, and it's kind of awesome that way.
Have you managed to do any shows where you managed to get those guys out to come and do it for fans and stuff like that?
Yeah, actually, Maggie May for the French jet lag, she came out a bunch of times, sang it with us, so that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
She's the only one that's done.
So far.
David fills in for Rivers on Can't Keep My Hands Off You.
Yeah.
And you know, like hopefully when we get touring and when you go to different shows, you know, if we cross paths with those dudes, they'll come out and sing with us. To be awesome.
We had Sierra from Versa Emerge that did the English part of Jet Lag for Natasha part.
In Germany.
In Germany.
Yeah.
So it's fun to bring in whoever wants to sing it.
So just sort of change around who's doing it. Kind of on the
You want to
night.
sing tonight? Do you have a high pitched voice?
Probably not quite high enough,
Okay.
I think, maybe for jet lag. I don't know, maybe falsetto, but I'm not sure that would come off particularly well.
You never know.
Yeah, so it's fun, we get to try the song and have a different vibe, have someone bring their own little touch to the song, so that's quite refreshing. It's fun.
So, you guys obviously have been around for a while, been touring for quite a long time, and in the last kind of few years, the internet's got a lot bigger, and people are getting their music in different ways. Have you found that you've got your music in different ways recently, or do you kind of still kind of get things, kind of CDs handed?
Well, no, we've been using iTunes for a while.
It's convenient when you're on tour.
On tour, yeah, it's if you buy CDs, you don't know where to put them, you don't have much room to carry them, gets heavy, like at home personally, I'm on the vinyls now, it's like my new thing, and I can't even think of bringing vinyls or like
a vinyl player for your hotel.
You know what I
room.
mean? Yeah.
In the bus.
How does that work?
Yeah. So, we all rock the iPod and stuff, like we fly a lot, we travel a lot, so it's actually very convenient for someone that travels so much, you have all your music to the touch of a button, but I still enjoy going home, and I miss my record player.
Record player.
Record.
Record.
I can't say it.
Do you think it's made things maybe a little bit more difficult for new bands at all? Have you seen that? Have you heard bands talking about they're not doing things on CDs anymore, or they kind of?
I think it's good myself, like, because they can reach so many more people in so many different countries that most likely if they had a CD, it wouldn't be even distributed so far, So you can have fans from abroad and actually show up somewhere. Like, we've been to places where the record sales are actually not that great, but the promoter's like, man, you guys would do really good here, and then we get there and there's like 5,000 people at the show, and you sold 2,000 records.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but
so it can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing.
Yeah, but young bands with CDs, I think, if you're doing, like, if you're opening up for a band, I think if you're selling your CD, it's awesome, because I do that. When I go see shows, the first band's pretty cool, I'll just go buy the CD at merch and that.
Somebody gave me a card, and it's
Download card.
Yeah, that had a little code,
Nice.
on there, it's like a little code.
That's really cool, too. Yeah.
So do you think that will happen more often? The bands will kind of not spend the money on pressing CDs and maybe just print up some
Oh, for
posters
sure,
or
yeah.
stuff like that?
Yeah, I think CDs, eventually, instead of giving you a CD, they'll probably give you a little chip, like a little
Like
USB
USB
chip, and that'll be it,
Something you can scan on your phone.
Exactly, yeah. It's going to be something like that. I think music, what's happening is that there's more choice, and there's less money. So, for the listener, it's cool. For the players, it's cool because you have more. It's easier to make a record. It's a record. It's easier to. You can make an album on your laptop, and it can sound pretty damn amazing.
Yeah.
So there's more potential of you to be able to get out there. But I think the big bands like Guns N' Roses and like those huge acts like Metallica don't really exist anymore because, well, they do, but they're rare because there's so much choice. When you open a magazine now, there's like pages and pages and pages of new artists.
So many.
So how do you make yourself unique? And now I think it's really about the music. I think you have to be better. Your music has to be more memorable, more catchy, more whatever,
more everything,
more special.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't just like put out a song. Oh, that sounds kind of like that. It's gonna be huge. Not really. If you have great music, if you build it, they will come.
And definitely play something that you like, because if you're trying to play music that you think is cool right now, well, by the time it comes out, it's probably not going to be cool anyways, and it's probably going to sound forced. So play music that you like, that's important as well.
I think that's why we decided to take so much time to make our album. I think there's so much stuff out there that we wanted to make sure that we had something unique and special, you know. And yeah, so it took like a year and a half to make it.
So you planning another trip back over to the UK soon, do you think?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
We will be coming back. We're going to be touring like more than ever. So for sure a full UK tour. When? I don't know.
Late, you know.
Either in the fall or early
Or
next year, we're
we'll-
going to do a full-blown European tour where we're going to hit every country like it's 1999.
We'll be touring probably for the next year and a half at least. So just check out simpleplan.com
Yep.
and cross your fingers.